Hey everyone, Kevin here. I have mentioned so many times before that if you are stuck in a job that is draining your mental, physical, and emotional health, you have a duty to yourself to leave it. I usually discuss that in the confines of teachers specifically, but this applies to anyone in any career field. But what I see a lot is that many are just paralyzed by their current job or their past and think that they can't get out, even with help. I often hear things like, I'm stuck here, or no one would take me seriously in another job. But let me tell you something really important. It is never too late to learn something new or change your path in life. And at a certain point, you might just have to. And I'll give you a totally random example. I'm a big Star Trek and Star Wars fan, and my favorite character in Star Wars is a character named Ahsoka Tano. She recently got her own live action show that is currently airing on Disney Plus, by the way, and I highly recommend it. But not to get too into spoiler territory for that show, basically, she is stuck and hasn't moved on from so many things that have happened in her past. She is no longer the happy or confident person she once was. Eventually, she is given one final lesson from her former master: live or die. I resonated with that as a former teacher a lot because that is kind of where I ended up toward the end. I could either choose to continue on as I was, letting small pieces of myself die every single day, or choose to live. I was more than my job and needed more than what that job offered toward the end, too. To help overcome that paralyzing feeling of switching careers, you need to remember that leaving a job, even one that you thought would be your forever career, doesn't mean giving up or starting over. The skills you learned will get used in new positions, just in different ways. Needing to spend time upskilling too doesn't detract from the years of experience you already possess. You will have new skills to learn, of course, along the journey, but all of the skills and abilities you learned in your prior career won't just be forgotten or ignored. They'll be transformed. Instructional design for me has a lot of parallels with my job in the classroom, and numerous lesson planning and content creation abilities I had transfer over into ID. Just because I had to upskill and learn the tools of the trade doesn't mean that I lost myself. In fact, I rediscovered myself. Just like Ahsoka did when she chose to live and shed a lot of that emotional trauma and baggage she had been carrying around for years, I shed the trauma of being a teacher and found the person I thought I had lost. I became more optimistic, cheerful, creative, and was more pleasant to be around. All things that have served me well in working with new people in a new career, too. Sure, I can name people who changed careers later in life and were immensely successful in a financial sense, like the first person who franchised McDonald's was a milkshake salesman until 52 years old. But that isn't what I'm trying to convey here. Finances are only ever a small part of why teachers leave. Pay has been low for decades, so it is a contributing factor, but not the main reason for the current exodus from the profession. It is, in fact, the disrespect, apathy, violence, and overall exhaustion that is fueling this problem, and it is never too late to make a change. Every day gives you a new opportunity to do this too. You may be worried you won't be taken seriously in a new career and believe the life you have is the only one you ever trained for. Ahsoka was trained to be a soldier and realized that she didn't have to be defined as one in her whole life. I realized that teaching didn't define me as a human being either. Understand that your job or training isn't all that you are as a person. Remember, you can live the life you want or die on the unhappy hill you're on. The choice is yours. And if you choose to get out and need help doing that, I am always here to support you in getting started. See you next time.